Hi guys, I'm Alison from Forever Daisy Chain. Thank you so much for joining me today. A big welcome if you're a subscriber. I've had quite a lot of new subscribers recently. And if you're already a subscriber, thanks for stopping by again. And do you know what? If you've just found me today, welcome along for a little brief chat. So today I'm going to kind of do a little follow-up on my So Frugal 22 plans video. With what I actually didn't make and kind of almost made. So I had lots of plans and I had lots of patterns that I shared. If you've not seen that, it was the last video on my channel. I'll share a link to it. Anything I mention, I'll share a link to in my description box as well. But our plans kind of changed slightly. So lots of the things that I was talking about were holiday plans. And we do go on holiday quite soon. However, the weather where we're going maybe isn't looking as great as I would like it to. So I've kind of held off with some of those things. And I think I was talking about us going to Florida later in the year, and we've totally changed that plan, and we're going to a beautiful resort called Aquasis in Altingam in Turkey, where we've been a couple of times before. It's a real drop it and chill out holiday in the sun for 2 weeks. And we're really pleased we've made that decision, so we can't wait to go there. So a lot of the things that I've got the patterns for from So Frugal 22, I'm really pleased with. They're all upstairs in my sewing room. I just thought I'd record in a different place today. The sun's coming through the window. It'll be snowing in 2 minutes. That's the way it's been recently. But yeah, so I've just parked them and I'm going to come back to them later in the year. So I just thought I'd catch up with what did I actually make. So when I first returned to sewing, I just started like a lot of people did with like simple stuff, making squares. It was face masks and things like that. But one of the first things that I did was bought some sewing magazines from the shop. And for So Frugal, you couldn't use patterns that came with the magazine because then they wouldn't be free. But there's a whole plethora of patterns out there that you can access through the magazine websites. So I'm going to share a pair of trousers which I'm actually wearing today, and these trousers were actually the first pattern that I downloaded PDF and stuck together, and I don't do that very often now, as you'll know if you've watched my channel before, but they actually came from Love Sewing magazine. But if you search their website, it was actually a faux jumpsuit. So it's got a halter neck top, which I've not made, and it's got some cropped pants which you could lengthen, and they're actually pretty similar to the Tilly and the Buttons Sapphire trousers, of which I've got absolutely loads. But when I was kind of thinking, what do I need to wear, and I got my summer clothes out, I thought, actually I quite like the fit of those trousers. And so I remembered for So Frugal that it was a free pattern. You've just got to register on the website, but you don't have to subscribe to the magazine or buy the magazine to access the website. Now this is a really uncomplicated pattern. It's a pair of pants, and literally you just sew down one side of each, like sew one leg together and sew the other leg together. Classic trousers, turn one leg inside out and put it inside the other one, sew around the crotch. Now with the Tilly and the Buttons Sapphire trousers, there's no waistband, you just fold it over. However, with this pattern, I'll be putting the pattern in as well so you can see it. It's meant to have a waistband on, but I'll be honest, I find it quite a high rise on the waist. So I've stopped putting the waistband on. I just fold it over and pop the elastic through. So it's a really simple make. Easy to look after, easy to like hem up and things like that. What I've done on the bottom is just done a rolled hem on my overlocker. I've got them on today, so I'm reaching down. I'm reaching down for them. So I just did a rolled hem in black rather than a hem around, and they look really good. So the other entry that I made for, if you've looked at it on Instagram yesterday, I mean, there was thousands of entries. So it was the same pair of pants, but what I did, it was like a viscose crepe. So I'll share the picture. It's like a rusty picture, a rusty fabric with some small yellow and blue flowers on. It's really pretty fabric. It was from, both of these fabrics were from Rainbow Fabrics Kilburn. But I wanted to make sort of a bit of a strapless top, like a boob tube top, but like a bit of a blousey effect, and that fabric drapes really, really well. Because just looking at the weather forecast, I think I'm going to be making the most of wearing sort of a cardigan over things like that, so that when the sun comes out I can literally just take the cardigan off and catch a bit of sun on me, obviously with suntan cream and everything. So I made that. I think if I made it again, I would make the rectangle that I made the top out of. I just literally did it in the width of the fabric. I think it was a 150 width, and it's probably too wide, if I'm honest. It's a little bit too billowy, but it looks fine for holiday. I'm absolutely grand with that. I have got a strapless bather that I'm probably just going to wear underneath it with some pants, and when the sun comes out then I'm kind of ready to go. And when it doesn't, I can wrap up warm over the top of it as well. So today I'm in ready to wear for a cardigan. I've just got a little plain black stretchy vest top on, but I've got those black and white pants on that you've seen there. And these have been my go-to since I finished them a couple of days ago. I absolutely love them, and I'll definitely be wearing these on holiday. So they were kind of my two entries, and literally all I did with the top part was I gathered it in slightly to join the top of the trousers, and then attached it, put the elastic, made a channel, put the elastic through, and then put in a piece of elastic around the top as well with a little channel, and it actually looks really nice. I did share a picture on Instagram of me with my arms out, which I very rarely do because the top of my arms are a bit, well, not great. Definitely look better when I'm a little bit slimmer and a little bit more tanned. But yeah, on holiday anything goes really. And as you can see, I'm looking a bit pale. I could do with a bit of a summer glow. So I also said on Instagram that I would share on my vlog today what kind of didn't go to plan. So I've made this is the third one of these skirts I've made. It's the little pomegranate sabina skirt, and I know a few of the vloggers made this. It's such a simple pattern, as you can probably see there. It does have pockets on the front, but I tend to do it without the pockets, and a little bit of a frill. Now it is for woven fabrics, but I actually find it quite sort of bulky across the hips, and when I made it in a lightweight jersey fabric, I found it draped really nicely. So I did say to Carl last night, I don't think I'll make it anymore, but I actually think I would make it in a jersey, but I won't make it in a woven anymore. But we're all very different. It may just be my shape. So the fabric that I used for this was, it just to say made it into my stash for the March challenge, because this was the fabric that came in the So Hayley Jane box in March. It's this leopard. It's lilac, but it's quite a pinky lilac. Now I absolutely adore the fabric, and I got 2.5 meters in the box, but Hayley did like an outlet sale, so I did get an extra meter of it. So I made this skirt out of the meter, and I'll show you this. I did a rolled hem on this as well, so this is what the hem on my trousers looks like as well. On my overlocker, it's my favourite way of hemming. If I can hem anything with a rolled hem, I do, because I just love how it looks. And it's so easy on a baby lock, because you literally just take a needle out, turn a couple of dials, and that's it, kind of done. But you can do it on any overlocker at all, and it's just so neat and tidy. And I've now got a clear foot, so I can see very easily where I've started. So when I'm coming round to finishing, I can get just to that point, and what I tend to do is then flick the blade to the lock position, so rather than cutting the edge of it, it just goes over slightly, so it sort of covers maybe about 0.5 centimetre of the first lot of stitches, and then I just take it out and cut it off, and that seems to give it quite a good thing. When I was doing it with the metal foot, I was finding it quite hard to find the stop-start point from the first bit of it. So why didn't I enter this? Because I just feel like it looks huge holding it up like that. I don't know why. I think it's just the angle, but I'm just finding that there's too much bulk in the hips of it. So when I tried it on with the elastic in to sort of see how much more I needed to pull the elastic in and things yesterday, I just kind of went, no. So what I'm going to do with it, and I don't think I'll get this done before I go on holiday, and mostly because I don't think I'm going to need it for then. But what I think I'm going to do is just unpick the waistband, because I've not even kind of finished off where I put the elastic in yesterday, and take the elastic out, unpick the whole waistband, and what I've actually got is a pattern that I made last year for probably one of the last shop bought dresses that I got, which is a similar sort of shaped skirt, but I think it just has slightly more shape in it, and I think that's what this needs. So I got this out of a metre. I've still got 2.5 metres left. If it doesn't work, I'd probably be able to get kind of the bodice and back of a dress out of this anyway, or say the sleeves certainly, so I'm not too worried about it. It certainly won't be wasted. But I had shortened it because the first one I did was quite long, but this is slightly shorter than I would like it, so I figure there's probably about 1.5 inches of fabric where I've turned over the waistband. So when I unpick that, what I'm thinking is to recut it on the other pattern. I'll just literally overlock it down, and then rather than make a band for the waist, I'm just going to, I'll probably do a rolled hem at the top, I think, and then just attach elastic to it so it just gathers it in rather than making a channel. I don't know how it'll work, but I'm prepared to give it a go, which will make it slightly longer, but I think it'll have more of a shape as well. So I just thought, you know what, it's quite good to be quite honest, because I do think as sewists, we have a lot of times where things just don't go right. Sometimes you can make a pattern in one fabric and then you do it in another one and it just doesn't go right. But I also know for me, sometimes if I'm just feeling a bit tired or I'm a little bit stressed, and I try to sew to relax, but some days I'd kind of, the other day I was sewing and I could tell my anxiety levels were up a little bit. I think I've been so worried about catching COVID and not being able to fly, which fingers crossed we haven't, we've only got a short while left. That I knew things weren't quite going how I wanted to, and I was getting frustrated, so I just stepped away. And I think that's like life, isn't it? So I equally think it's just as good to be honest and share when things haven't worked out as well. And so I thought I'd just be honest and share you this little make today, which will definitely become something else. So you will see that at some point soon, I'm sure. So yeah, I'm really enjoying going through on Instagram and looking at everybody's makes for Sew Frugal 22. There's loads of inspiration out there, and just how many patterns there are that you can access with no cost at all, which is just amazing. So it's a short and sweet one from me today. I do really hope that everybody's doing okay out there. Drop a message in the comments, let me know what you made, or let me know what you're up to and what you're making now, because I do love to hear from you. I love all of the comments from everybody on that last vlog that I shared for Sew Frugal, so I'm really curious to see what you made too. And lots of people have said, I can't wait to see the allure robe, somebody mentioned the denim trousers. All of those things will be getting made. It just wasn't the right time for me to make them for this challenge, and I didn't really see that as being productive, just to kind of tick a box for the challenge, which isn't what it's about at all. So I literally took a step back and thought, what can I make that's free that I actually need for me right now with fabric from my stash, which was really what it was all about. So thank you once again. If you haven't subscribed to the channel and you'd like to, I do have sort of a chatty, bantery style, then please give me a like and a subscribe, and that would be lovely too. Thanks very much for watching. Take care and catch up with you soon.